Hello, I'm Julie. I've got very messy red hair, yellow flares with elephants on, and pink glittery sandals that everybody wants. My poet is Naomi Shihab Nye, an Arab-American poet and the daughter of an immigrant father. She uses her poetry to explore our differences and shared experiences, to condemn prejudices and injustice. She sees the ordinary, the displaced, the disadvantaged, the oppressed, the misunderstood, and the possibilities of poetry as a response to show the connections between us. I'm going to respond to her poem Kindness from the book Words Under the Words, Selected Poems 1995. It's a poem I return to a lot, a poem that has served me through some troubled times. My response is dedicated to all the sisters in my life who've shown me kindness, from a simple smile to holding me up when I could no longer stand. I want to honour the sisterhood from the past to the present, show the connections that bind us, how their past struggles influence ours, how their fight is still our fight, and why supporting one another is everything. The sisterhood. Her feet were freezing. She thought that odd, since the rest of her body was boiling hot, burning up. She never took much notice of her feet. Never noticed, for instance, that her feet were quite beautiful. Even now, bound and bloodied, they had a radiance about them, an innocence. She closed her eyes, took her soul to another place. She remembered how the sun danced on the water, how the rays bathed her nakedness in golden light, gently kissing her skin, how the breeze whispered its quiet melody, how free she felt. And outside, where normal life carried on, she knew they were waiting. Little beads of sweat ran onto her face, sweat they would soon wash away in the dancing water. She knew she was drowning. Even before those outside drowned her, she knew. That's why they were waiting. She was calm. She wriggled her frozen toes, loosening the tiny specks of black nestled snugly in between, silenced her power. Silenced it enough to hear their fear. She knew she was drowning, but they would not drown her power. She was more than her body, more than the waiting crowd could ever conceive. Her power willed its own path, swimming through the centuries, swimming on the tides of discrimination, arising in waves to soothe and submerge her sister's icy limbs.